Good morning. How are you doing? Yes, I am sorry I'm a bit late for a moment or two. I was trying to get onto my computer and somehow or other it just did not want to let me do a live on there. I can get Facebook, but just not the other way around. Well, thank goodness we have phones. Isn't that brilliant? We've got phones if we don't have a computer. It's brilliant. Okay, so how are you all doing? What's been happening? Has anything come up for you that you want to talk about? Anything that's come up that you want to tap? You can maybe put in the chat here. I'm just going to quickly invite some people in, and let's see if we can get people in to into this and see how it goes. I'm just going to add, they're all different people from different things, so they're different from the ones that come up on my other one, so but I think there are a limited number. They don't let you do this straight away at the start, do they? I wonder how many, gosh, I don't know how many are in this. Let me have a look. I think that's enough. I kind of run out of steam now. Let me just see if I can get back into that. This. There we are. Hi, Carla. Right, I'll have my glasses on so I'll be able to see you for a bit. I'll give you a little wave. If my fingers will do that. There we are. Managed to wave to you. It's a little more of an effort doing these things sometimes. Anyway. You okay? Have things been going on? Where are you with your rating? How are you feeling? Has anything changed around you? Anything that you've noticed generally in life, in the surround? That would be good to see what's happening. I have been just looking at what's going on in my life, and things seem to be organising in a very, very different way. So that's been very nice, and just generally focusing. And I kind of have felt that even though I'm doing this for you and I'm doing other work, there seems to be a change that is coming, and that's good. And it feels like to me that we're shifting the energy really well for the coronavirus, you know, and we've got the sun today here in the UK. So hopefully people will actually go and get some vitamin D, because most of us are going to be chronically low in vitamin D. And vitamin D is one of those hormones, and I know we say it's a vitamin, but it's not a vitamin. One of those hormones that actually help our calcium, our magnesium, the actual metabolics of our body to work so much more efficiently. Also helps our mind because it helps with the regulation of how serotonin is made. So it's always really good. And we know vitamin D is useful for helping calcium, and calcium and magnesium are pretty much used in every cell in our body. So it's good stuff. If we're gonna, instead of going and having, you know, our kind of maybe a glass of wine, maybe we could see we can have our ray of sun and allow it. But I was actually thinking about the sun today, and I was thinking about how when we think about love, when we think about things that are really part and parcel of us, I like to think of the moon and the sun as an example of what love is. And part of certainly the sun shines whether we want to or not. Clouds may come in the way. They could be our filters that can stop the light coming into us. But the sun shines no matter what. It comes, it shines, it's shining. If it's not shining on our side, it's going to be shining on the other side of the earth as the earth rotates around. So the sun shines all the time. And in a way, when we want to get to a place of where we give, where we are, we want to get to that place where we do it anyway. So we just do it. We don't need anything back from anybody in that sense, because we have enough. We have enough because we are connected to the source energy. The source energy that is us at the deepest, most common level, and that's the level of our ions, of of the information that we are all connected as one. That's the source energy, because the source is partly the sun. The source is the earth. The source is you and me. We are just manifestations of the source, the manifestation of the creative principle that allows us to be and to shine. Yeah? So this is really very useful and very important when we want to kind of think more about what the source is as an energy, rather than giving it a personalized being. All right, so when people talk about God being he or she or it or whatever, it doesn't matter. But what it is, you know, the sun shines anyway, whether we are depressed or not. The sun doesn't get depressed. And in a way, the source does never get depressed. Never gets depressed. It doesn't have our emotions. What it has is the ability to just give. And that's really key when we're looking at it. And this is not, you know, we are human, so the kinds and the way we give is really important. So when we give from source, we are not guilted into doing anything. We're not guilted or feel as though we're forced in any way. We just give. And it has no agenda at all. So that's really something that maybe when we kind of think on our level and our scale of where we are, kind of think as well on the sense of, if I were connected to my source, where am I? Where am I on that connection? Okay, so good. Well, let's go for it. Let's go for it. So if you have, depending on where you are, you can either be on the happiness scale, so the scale of 0 to 10, and that will tell you more or less where you are. And if you're a 6 or a 5, and I know, Carla, you were a 6 yesterday, see where you are. And if you're not a 8 or 10, you're not in your happiness scale. Hi, Jackie. Let me see if I can wave to you too. Will it wave? Will it wave? Damn it. There we are. Maybe it's about a tap more than anything else. And, okay, so the happiness scale, 0 to 10, 10 being the highest happiness you can have or that you can imagine. And this is not happiness in the sense of, oh, la, 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 euphoric. It's happiness that is contentment, okay? So 8 to 10, 0, nothing. Neutral, probably more neutral. And then the other scale, which you may be sitting on. Hi. So the other scale, which would be the scale of not feeling so good, negative feelings, that would be the scale of 0 to 10, but with 0 being neutral again and 10 being the most distressed. What have you said? Let's just say. Oh, right. Brilliant. Thank you. I didn't know if you had already sent the wave because it just came back. I gave you 2. How's that? Isn't that good? Okay, so let's go. All right, so if you can get the feeling, notice what it is, where it is, get the shape, get the color. I mean, I know you guys have been here before, but for people that come on later, we want to try and get the shape and the color so that we can create a different relationship with the feeling. And when we create a different relationship, we can't go back to the old way of being. We can't. We may go back to what seems a sense of it, but we can never go back to that old way because we've already changed it. We've already created new connections to it. They may be tenuous, but we've already created them. So you can never go back. We can't have the same moment that we had yesterday because it's gone. Yeah, and if we revisit it, we may have an essence of it, but it won't be the same. So it's really beautiful because when you think about it like that, it means that every time we create this relationship in a different way, what happens is we start to co-create with ourselves and we co-create our life. And we make more. I was looking at the idea of yesterday and this morning when I was thinking about what the group's doing, and we're trying to raise the vibration raise the vibration of the earth so that we can clear the earth of the vibration of the virus, and at the same time, of course, make sure that we stay strong and safe and happy. So that's in my intention. So I'm looking at getting rid of the virus, but I'm also looking at getting rid of negative beliefs that might be running us and hurting us and not helping us be the best version of ourselves. Okay, I know you guys already know the tapping places, but let's just quickly remind people. So top of the eyes, side of the eyes, under the nose, under the chin, clavicle, chest. Now I know that I've got my this is on a screen, my phone. So yeah, I'd have to move all the way back to do this. So and I can't really see you guys. I can't see what people say. All right, under the arms. Maybe I should get back a little bit. Let's just do this. And if I move there, you'll see me a bit better. Yeah, okay, oh, whatever. All right, so under the arms, on top of the head. Okay, that's where we were. All right, okay, so you've got your feeling, you've rated it, so I'm just gonna do a quick check. All right, I have a kind of sense on the right side of me, I'm not quite sure what that is, sort of over here, it's like a streak coming down. I'm not even sure if it's inside me, which is very odd, but that's what it is. It's different. I'm on my happiness scale. I'm feeling good, at least an 8. So I'm feeling that. So I'm going to go with this. Feels like something strange. So on a comfortableness level, it feels for me, in a sense, if that was the most comfortable, the most comfortable and least comfortable, is kind of sitting at a 4. All right. So it's not that comfortable, but it does seem to be very much part of my face, so, and down. So I'm not quite sure, and it's more from here, it's not sort of in the midline. So, okay. So it's just really understanding what it is, seeing it, it's blue, and it's like a rod. So that's my image. So I'm going to work with that feeling because I don't know what it is, and yeah. Just go with it. Just go with it and see. You can get information, and that could be fun. All right, so let's start. So even though I don't understand what this feeling is, and it really, really could be something important, I totally love and trust myself anyway. And even though there are things going on, and I can't control them, I totally love and trust myself anyway. So, and if you've got your own words, use those ones, okay? And even though I'm in the space where things seem to be getting on top of me, and I don't know whether I will come out of it okay, I totally love and trust myself anyway. These feelings, top of the eyes, these feelings can get me down. These feelings on the right side of me is getting a little stronger. Don't be scared if the feeling gets stronger. We're just working with it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether I can change. I don't know whether it will be permanent. So how can I explain what it is when I don't know for myself, when I have no idea what might happen for me? People say that it will all be all right. And yet sometimes I know that that isn't true. I know that they don't understand me. They don't get me. Sometimes not even I does. So how can people know me? How can I know myself? What would it be like to see me? Really, really see me. Taking a breath, making sure you breathe. What would it be like if I could really know me fully and completely? Would I like me? Would I want to be with me? And if you have any thought or feeling where you might find a part of you that doesn't like you, just be aware of it. Just be aware of it. I know that you have a sensation and a feeling, but just be aware, because when we experience separation, or if we experience a bad feeling, we get separation, then we feel the lack, and then we attack ourselves. We're on the area here of the duality, or the pulsar, the top part, which is our thymus gland, that tells us who we are and we're not. That when we love completely, from the love of, I guess, the essence of being, then we love all with no boundary. But as a physical being that has a purpose, we have a boundary that is our body. And that boundary is kept safe by an immune system. An immune system that's directly correlated with the level of stress we experienced. So the more stress we have, inversely correlated, the less immunity we have. Maybe temporarily we will have more immunity, but then it goes down as some of the hormones raise. So as cortisol raises, immunity goes down. So, okay, and then we have the heart. That's the receiver, the receiving part of the heart that receives blood and lymph. And it then also goes to the lungs and it receives oxygen and releases carbon dioxide and all things that are byproducts in our body. And then it pushes it out to us, to the whole of our body, but first, always taking care of itself. And I want you for a moment to just take note of these two very important areas. And yesterday I talked of it like a binary star. A binary star, because what comes into the heart goes up to the lungs, come out to the lungs, and back to the heart and around the body, and then it does that again. So the beat of the heart is the bigger part, yeah, and it beats and beats, and then you've got the top part, which really just kind of is like a smaller little star, but it has an impact because it has to get all the oxygen in the blood. So laying it out, it is far bigger than the heart, and yet the lungs that come back to the heart has got a bigger resonance. So get a sense of just that connection, that electricity, that flow going in and out. And you might, actually, I'm going Probably a little fast on mine, but I think actually slow it down, and just really slow down. And let your heart begin to beat in a different way. That's it. And feel it vibrate through the whole of your body. Now, I always get sensations and feelings behind my solar plexus and behind my heart, because actually when we're doing this, we're beating on our spine, because our spine is connected. The nerves are connected to these areas, and they have a plexus area on the spine. So we're actually tapping on our spine. And that means that we energize the whole of our nervous system as we tap. Good. And then let's go to the sides. Hug yourself. Feel as you're tapping. This could be like feeling the universe tapping you. So what would it be like if the universe were to tap you? To shield you, to hold you? What would that be like? How would that feel with your heart beating and this receiving and giving? Remember, like I said early today, the sun just gives. The earth just gives. It isn't a person. It's designed to just give. Top of the head. So what would it be like if I could just receive and open my heart so that I can give? What would it be like, top of the eyes, if I could see all of me inside so I could truly live? And what would it be like if all of me was complete and one? And what would it be like if I could hear the tune of the universe? What would it be like if it is sung to me, in me, on the chin, around me? Okay, so just allow your heart now. You feel the resonance. See your heart receiving all the blood. See the blood going into your lungs, and like they're having a great big breath of air. And you see them smiling as they're getting a sense of that happy, happy sound. And yesterday I sang a song which I love, and it makes me happy, is that every little sound, every little cell is healthy and happy. Every little cell is healthy and well. Every little cell is healthy and happy. Every little cell is healthy and well. I can tell every little cell is healthy and well. I can tell every little cell is healthy and well. Yes, let yourself vibrate at the resonance of every little cell is healthy and well. Every little cell is healthy and happy. Every little cell is healthy and well. And in my imagination, I'm seeing every little cell just dancing around. Okay. And as it does that, you can see them getting close to each other. And you can see how they're collectively working together working together to help you. But also it knows what belongs to you and what doesn't. And so let's go to that piece, that part that's frightened, or the part that's not quite happy enough, or the part that is that part that I have on the side of my face. It's actually moving, which is interesting, but it's there, and I'm just going to go towards it. And I'm just going to give it lots and lots of love, like have all the cells go to it. And surround it like a little lullaby. And let it sing to that part so that it hears it, it knows. It's calling that part, come back, come back. You belong to me. You belong to me. Let's hold you. Let's be with you. We want to know what it is, what it is. Tell me how you're feeling. How are you feeling? Yes, I can see that. How are you feeling? Yeah, of course. Of course you'd feel that. Of course, everybody, the world seems to be kind of out of order right now. Yeah, of course you're going to feel that. Of course you might not feel as happy. Because, yeah, you're not quite connected fully to your source. Yeah, of course that would be the case, because life goes on, moving on. We have things that go, we have to deal with things, of course. Yeah, okay, I understand that, of course. Yeah, acknowledge it, And then, ask it, would it be willing to just let you love it and bring it into your heart, because it's been away for so long and you've missed it. And then bringing it into your heart and just giving it supernova love. And for some people later that come on, you might find it a little bit difficult sometimes to give love in a different way. What you need to do is just imagine somebody that you love and just give it. If you've got an animal, just let that love pour out. Remember the animal, let it pour out. And really send it love. And you'll find as you do that, you start to expand and expand and expand. And just feel it get expanding. So like when we say to a child, oh, I love you, what do? They just expand. You can literally see them getting bigger and growing. So you expand. Hello, Nikki. Thanks for coming on. So just expand, just expand, just expand. Go beyond your boundary, beyond your skin. Expand and just allow, as you expand, all the debris, all the stuff that doesn't belong to you. Let it move out, let it move out, let it move out. Let it move out. Let it send it back so that it goes back to its highest state of being. Send it, because you want everything to be at its highest state of its being. Behind every behavior is an intention always about protecting, taking care of. So let it go back and be aligned with its highest intention. Its highest intention. Highest intention is love. And then what I want you to do is just with supernova energy, I want you to expand that energy way out. So let it go down into the earth, up into the sky, to the left, to the right. Let it do a full 360 all the way, all the way. Push it out like a great big pulsar. Push it out. Let it go out, let it go out, let it go out. And as you do that, ooh, you notice. Ah, there's other people. I know you're doing that, so I can see all of you. I'm connected to all of you. And guess what? you're going to have all this pulsar light coming to you, and just stick your solar plexus out and just receive it. Just receive it. And as you receive it, let it come up into your heart and let it work like a circle, like a in and an out, and an in and an out. So you're building and building and building, feeling the source, feeling the energy coming in from the left, from the right, from the top, from the bottom, from the forward, back, all coming towards your solar plexus, and then it going out through your heart, going up, down, sideways, 360, yes. And just really enjoy having that sense of something coming in and going out and coming in, and you have this permanent giving and receiving. That's it. That's it. Good. Well done. Well done. And just very beautifully, just thank the energy. Thank yourself. Thank yourself for being here, for having the power to visualize, for being part of the creative source, for being the creative source. You are pure energy. Just the level of density at which we see ourselves. That is the density at which our eyes visualize the earth. And that our eyes see. The light discerns and it creates separation. But when we close our eyes, we connect. Because it's in the darkness that the real connection happens. In the light, we see difference. And we need both. Because our purpose here is to balance both. It's to know that we walk in both. So taking a few moments just gently to come back in. Slowly coming in. Feeling the energy circulating around your body. Connecting as what you are right now. What's your level? Check yourself on the rating scale. Is that feeling, has it disappeared? Has it changed? If it's an unhelpful, if it's, has it moved down on the scale? What does it look like? Has it disappeared completely? Has it gone into your heart completely? Just kind of notice what's happened. And then, let me know. Tell me what's happened there. I'm just going to quickly do a quick balance while I'm at it. I'll show you, what have I done here? I want to do an aura balance. Actually, that's what I was wanting to do. I'll do that very quickly. So thank you, everyone. Let's see how the aura is going to work now. Let's see. I know we had a magnificent change yesterday, but the energy feels slightly different today. So we started off, I'll show you what we had. In the first one, we had a green aura. So I'm going to show you in a minute when it, oh, we've got blue. So I wonder, so let me just go into just very quickly. So, okay. So this was the aura that started out. I don't know if you can see it. Well, I think I can see it on there. Yeah. And then this is what we've got now. So there's something about this still being there, on the line. This is doing the lateral. So there's something about still being something on the right here, which is for me both sides. Though one was on one side and one was in the other. So that's interesting. So let's see how that goes. Hi. Okay. Hi Heather, how are you? Let me give you a little wave. All right, and let's see if I can give the other person a little wave. There we are. Yes. So okay. So is that? So Carla, what was your rating that you got? Were you able to bring the feeling down if it was not so good? Were you able to bring it up? Yeah. Were you able to do that? because it'd be good to find out and see what's going on. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, like, share, let somebody else do that, or you help someone with learning how to do this, because there is something really key about, you learn and you give. You learn and you give. So there's no problem with that, but do it. Yes. Ended happy 8, started on 6 again. Okay, and we know we go up and down, yeah? So being aware of that each time. Pleasure, Jackie. Each time we do this, we will shift, because we're shifting layers. Our aura, remember, if you think about the onion, all right, our aura is like an onion. Lots and lots and lots and lots of layers. And if you think about it, you've lived a certain amount of time in your life. And that means, we've all had experiences. So some layers will be lighter and some layers will be denser. But when we get rid of the denser layers, or we open and free those layers, boy, we expand light. Because remember, contraction is all about pushing a huge amount of light together. And that makes it really, really, when you want to say something to someone and you can't, and you feel it, and you feel the pressure, you feel the pressure, you feel the pressure. That's like what that layer is like. And then all of a sudden you tell someone, well, you either explode, which is not good, or you're able to relieve yourself of that feeling, and you know how light you feel. Yeah, how light. And that's when we get through another layer. So that we have all these layers that are compacted because we've lived. I've got, nearly 60 of that, 57, 59 of that. So therefore, I've got lots of layers, and I had a lot of trauma in my life. And so therefore, there's still layers that I have to do. And every time I get through a good layer, it's great. The shape I had was a yellow ladder type shape around my tummy. A little bit of an anxiousness, but it's free. Yeah. But it's freed off a bit. That's good. Okay, so today spend some time to just kind of look at that anxiety and really spend a little time just to ask it. Yeah, just ask it, what is it that you want? Because maybe it may not just be that it's about anxiety, because sometimes we recode incorrectly, but maybe it's about just gently asking it, going towards it, and not going towards it with the idea of changing it, just going towards it and just kind of asking, what do you want? What do you want? Remember, metaphorically, our stomach is often like what we can't stomach. Okay, so we have a metaphor. So think about stomach metaphors, and it may have some relation to that. All right, the stomach is it's part of the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is about how we are in the world. Okay, it's where we stand. Like when children come in, they say, "I am here." All right, this is me, and I'm me, and so that's really what the solar plexus is about. The solar plexus is the sun. All right, so get a sense of that. And so if you have sun, go and spend a little bit of time in the sun, and maybe just see if you can just stand and let this, or when you breathe into that area particularly, so that you can give it that sunlight. All right, take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you for coming on, everybody. Thank you.